Charlotte, what more can you tell us?
Fear, but also a small hint of optimism in Annan tonight. Pam, this is a town that knows challenges, has experienced layoffs before, but there's a sense that it just can't take any more. It can't absorb these job losses. This could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. This evening, there is still a police presence in Carruthers-town. Officers say they're carrying out a post-mortem examination on the body of the woman, but there's still no confirmation as to exactly how she died or what lay behind the events that unfolded this morning. Tonight at Market Hall here in Annan, a mass meeting, and it's an opportunity for workers at Pinneys as well as businesses in the town and the community at large to have their say and to have their voices heard by local politicians as well as members of the Scottish Parliament that we understand are attending. There was absolute silence in the room as councillors absorbed in microscopic detail the catalogue of failures at DG1, failures that went back 20 years. Yes, tonight ongoing calls for Mr Dempster to resign. From his Labour colleagues here in Dumfries, criticism too. Despite the scenery and wildlife here, Scotland actually has the lowest number of national parks per head of population anywhere in Europe, and many think that needs to change. But as well as gathering public support, perhaps the bigger challenge is getting the Scottish Government to agree. We've seen perhaps 4 or so inches of snow here. Meanwhile, to the west, some areas have seen hardly any. With all the draws of the internet and modern technology, it's easy to see why youngsters aren't spending so much time outdoors. But anglers here say that getting the younger generation involved is key to conserving the river and the fish in it for the future.
Charlotte, what would happen to the ones behind you?
Well, as you said, the network is 80 years old, believe it or not. So these pylons, I'm afraid, will have to go. The plan is to remove 90 kilometres of pylons and replace it with some 45 kilometres. So we will end up with fewer overhead power lines than we started with. But the issue is where these are located.
The rum could sit in its barrel for up to 12 years as it goes through an aging process and picks up a golden colour. After that, it'll be bottled in here, ready to be sold in Scotland and around the world.
Would you prefer to go camping or a 5-star luxury hotel?
5-star luxury hotel or a lodge.
Well, this is the booth that visitors will sit at to experience the virtual reality using, of course, this headset. There's also plenty of information about what it is that you're actually looking at. Now, the idea was to give visitors a real feeling of what it was like to be inside Chapel Cross. And the whole thing was the brainchild of the collections manager here at Devil's Porridge Museum, Sarah Harper, who's joining me now. Hundreds have liked and retweeted the pictures of them on social media at this romantic time of year. And quite honestly, I'm smitten.